Hi.
Hello.
Hi.
Hey, sisters.
Hi.
Nice to see everybody again. How's everybody doing?
We good? I'm
good.
Mm-hmm.
Have you had multiple? Yeah, I'm excited as well. Have you had multiple weather changes in one day like we did? We had snow, we had the sun all in one day.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
it's been happening as well here, but it's not been too bad. I've had a really busy day traveling.
Busy day. Brilliant.
Yeah, but I'm back home now.
Good. Yeah. Just excited for us to be together again this week. And Faith, Ruth, know you guys, but we got somebody really exciting today. We've got Sita, who is also known as the Real Housewife of Stevenage, and that's actually Sita's name.
Sita.
Hi, well Sita. Hi.
On Instagram, and what an inspiration, Sita, you are the Real Housewife of Stevenage. I've been on your Instagram and it's so amazing. Have a look and just see for yourself. So it actually all fits in with what we're talking about today, because Sita, I really feel like this is really you, looking at your Instagram and everything else that you're all about. We just want to talk about health, diet, exercise, well-being, self-care, but really on a personal journey or on a personal story, whatever it means for different people. But yeah, so I don't know who wants to kick in or who wants to start in by saying something, but let's talk about this and just have a good time.
I don't know if I want to, if I'm looking forward to this, because this is going to show my flaws. I'm not maybe let me just put a disclaimer. I am not an exercise person. I always like to do the cheating way. I like quick fixes. I'll only work if I have to work in terms of exercising. So if there's something coming up, you always hear me saying, I'm going to a party, I must lose weight. Ashamedly.
So is there always something, do you always have to be looking forward to something for you to exercise? Is that what you're saying? So there's a big party coming, I need to fit into that dress, so I have to exercise.
And then do I fit into it? No. but what I'm saying, Sita, is because of the way, I'm now 40, right? 40 plus. So that's how I've managed it all along. So it's too late now to
No. Go on, Sita, I'm going to let you take that one.
It's never too late. It's never too late for it. Every little helps. So I think people have a different view of what is exercise. There's different levels of exercises, and it depends on why are you doing it. And as a result,
I don't enjoy it, Sita. That's the honest truth. I don't. I do it because there's always a because. I'm not one of those who will say, "Oh, I'm bored. I'm gonna go and lift some weights outside." No.
But that's that's where people get it wrong.
Yeah.
You see, that's where people get it wrong. So shall I tell you about me then?
Yeah.
So you see me, if you go on my Instagram, you see me lifting weights, doing things probably people might feel, oh, like you're saying, I don't enjoy it. But the reason why I'm doing that is it's because when I turned 50, like you're saying, I have to give myself a goal to be, so that I can do it. So when I turned 50, I told myself I was going to do boxing and I'm going to go into the boxing ring. Wow. And for me to be able to do that, I had to exercise. I really had to go and do, boxing and exercise. And I had 6 weeks to achieve that. So but that's not all about exercise. So now you see me lifting. Why am I lifting? It's because my goal this year is to do bodybuilding. That's my goal. And that's why I'm doing the exercise I'm doing. Last year, my goal was to run the marathon. And that's why I was running so much. But if you take all this away, take all this away, I will still exercise. I will still go out for a walk. I will still go for a class in a gym and enjoy with other women. I will still go and do yoga. I will still go and
I would do minimum.
That's really good. Yeah. That's really good, actually, what you're saying, Sita, because I think the moment people hear exercise, it just becomes a huge, massive no-no. And I think I'm not an expert at this. I've fallen behind, like Faye has been so honest with it. I'm probably not being as honest as Faith is, but really, I think the moment we start calling it exercise, a lot of people get scared. A lot of people want to move away from it. So I've heard people talk about it as just moving. It's what you're doing every day. It's cleaning the house, maybe adding a little bit more vigor to it, hoovering. It's dancing. It's doing
dancing.
I think, Faith, you've talked yourself down too much, because I know you really do make an effort. I mean, listening to what the Real Housewife of Stevenage was saying there, Sita, she makes goals, and it's the same thing with you. You know, she works towards a goal, and you do the same thing, But I guess the difference is wanting a quick fix. I mean, like for me over the years, that was always a problem. I just wanted a quick fix. And I think finally it got into my head that, you know what, this is a lifestyle change. Don't expect results all the time. I mean, it's good to see that you're managing well, but really you want to keep yourself healthy. When you're not exercising, or when you're gaining weight, losing weight is a good thing as well. It's good for you. It's good for us, especially as we're aging, there was a time when I was going up the stairs, and just literally going up the stairs, I found myself really breathless. And that's quite scary. So, it's things like that, just wanting to make yourself better and, working towards a goal it really does help to give you results.
Yeah.
But like I said, I think it's a lot to do with your formative years. So for example, when I was in school, I didn't go to a school that was emphasizing more on, for example, what was it called? Not the athletics, that morning run people used to do. What was the name of that? You had the morning run. Sandy, because you were excused from it because, they said,
I'm just trying to find what sort of word you're looking for there. It's
a
morning run, call it that, yeah.
Yeah, so there's the morning run that was done in schools, and I never did that because the school I went to didn't have that, and as a result, I only did, for example, the sport, which is fine. But I think it has to be something that you are taught early on. I do quick fixes, and I'll tell you what, even after today, I'm happy to hear the next one and sign on.
But exercise is not just, but exercise is not just for your quick fix. Exercise is for your health, because the older you get, and believe you me, the older you get, the more you start becoming very tired. You tire easily. You never know your joints. Yesterday I was actually saying to my husband, do you know, I can now squat without holding on anything, because my knees are stronger now. But before I couldn't do that, you see. Before I couldn't do that, so now I can do that. So it's about, don't just look at exercise as, it's for diet. I do exercise because, yes, you're right, I want to look good. I want to fit into that dress. I want to look at myself and think, I look good. But over and above, the truth is, as you age, you want to still be doing things. But if you're overweight, and if your knees give way, and as Ruth has said, if you feel breathless going up the stairs, then you're not going to enjoy life, isn't it?
But that's why the quick fixes are there. You know what I've done before, Sita? I'll tell you.
You make me laugh.
Yeah. I've actually once taken out a job, a specific job, to pay for my quick fix. So I did this diet called Lighter Life. It was so expensive.
I remember that.
Yeah. But I actually had to have my day job. And then I had another job with which I said to my husband, the money from this is for Lighter Life. You know, so that's how quick fixy I get up to. I will pay for that.
Yes, so come and pay for it for a personal trainer then. And then you can pay for it for the gym.
Yeah, I think that was a really big thing. What Ruth mentioned there about the lifestyle. But Faye, I just want to hear more of your stories with the quick fixes, because you've not just had one, but you've had 2 quick fixes, and she's actually dropped about I'll probably say 2 to 3 dress sizes in some of them. And
then I put it back on, and then I take it off again. So I think it's what many people do. I mean, my children do laugh at me and say, Mom, you know, do stop. But come on, girls, life is too short to be out there for too long. I get it, Sita, but I take vitamins. Come on.
So I actually think this is why maybe people go for quick fixes and diet and exercise, because maybe like dieting or healthy eating, some people would term it as being boring, and then exercising, some people would term it again as being boring, or it's just difficult to do. So I think like maybe dieting and the restrictions is what actually makes it harder. So I don't know, if Ruth, I know you've been doing so well with this.
I mean, like for me, to be honest, I'm a bit like Faith, admittedly, in that I diet to lose weight, because I've tried to exercise and sometimes I just feel like it's a little bit too slow, or I don't respond very well. I don't know whether it's to do with age or what. But
so
what
when you are dieting, Ruth, what have you stopped eating some stuff?
Yes, so what I've been doing is I've lost like 30 kilos over the years, really, like from since I was 40. When I was 40, I was quite chubby, and I realized, oh my God, I need my life back. And I started to walk. I walked a lot because then I couldn't run. In my mind, I can do all those things. I was a basketball player growing up, so I can do it in my mind, but doing it physically, my bones don't want no more. So so I've engaged in doing like bunting. I've tried bunting, keto diet. Bunting is basically, I think you just eat meat and lots of fat.
I love it. I love that.
Yeah, and I lost weight. I have lost weight with that as well. But what I've realized most importantly with any diet, you need to exercise. Like whichever way, it's good for us. It's good for our bones. Sometimes, like I don't know if you guys have had a health check. They can check your cholesterol levels. They can check your diabetic status. And you've had some people who say, once I've engaged myself in a lifestyle change, they've reversed all that, all those, the high cholesterol, the pre-diabetic problems. So, whichever way, it's good to exercise. And what I've realized most importantly is that it's not a quick fix. It's a lifestyle change. You're doing
that's brilliant.
It's self-love, when you do things like that. We all invest in the future of our children, or we invest in anything that we do, invest in it, isn't it?
In good clothes and makeup.
Exactly. So it's the same thing with our bodies. So I just it finally clicked, I must say, that I realized actually, this is good for me. I have to do something that's good for my soul, and I started walking, and with the diet as well, like doing keto diet and fasting. I don't know if you guys have tried fasting as well.
Intermittent fasting, yeah.
Yeah, intermittent fasting, yeah.
So that's the only one that I am guilty of, that I have tried, intermittent fasting, and it actually worked. And again, I just think I was eating too much, and that maybe sometimes we just eat more than what we should be eating, and there's like comfort eating, there's eating when you're going through grief, which I have done recently. And again, sometimes I think we can make all the excuses in the world, isn't it?
Absolutely. But I suppose, I mean, sorry, Sandy, I was just going to ask Sita to say, Sita, okay, so you're exercising and you're eating healthy. Have you always been like this?
I've always, so if I think about it, I've always done some exercise.
Okay.
You know, when I look back in my life, in my younger, I've always been a gym member. So I've always been a member of a gym, even though sometimes, even though I don't, you know, I never used to go. But and you know, so I've always, and I have also tried all the diets. You know, I've gone through a lot of diets, slim fast, you know, slimming world. But I think, like as Ruth says, there comes a time when you actually realize that actually, to be honest, it's a life change. You can diet as much as you want. You diet, you put, I mean, I've got a wardrobe full of clothes, different sizes. From a size 8 to a size 2, you know. And you look at yourself and think, you get to a stage where you actually think it has to stop. You know, and you change. So I think the word diet needs to be changed. It's not a diet, because the moment you say you're dieting, it's about healthy eating, isn't it? And for you to lose weight, they say it's 80% diet and 20% exercise.
Yeah,
that's what they say.
Wow.
So what you put in your mouth on a daily basis, it's what it's what's making you are what you eat, isn't it? That's what they say.
That is so true.
Like, you just say this is a 20% food and 80% exercise. No, sorry,
no, the other way.
Exactly.
I like how she's just changed that very quickly.
No. So that's where my thinking is, that if it is 80% food, right, and 20% exercise, so why am I going to kill myself for 20%?
But then you want to be healthy, though, isn't it? You want to be healthy.
I suppose once I've gone for my health checks and I've dodged cholesterol, I've dodged diabetes, I've dodged all these health-related problems. For me, this is when I then think, I can get away with it. I'm getting away with it. I do understand.
You're not getting away with it.
I do understand. The health benefits, the getting older, I can feel my knees, so I would do minimum. Come on, what's the minimum exercise?
I mean, if you've been walking, that's a good thing, isn't it, Faith?
Absolutely. And that's minimum. You know, so I'm happy to do that 20%, and it must be 19.5% because the other,
I guess the difference is that you want to have a goal of a weight loss, whereas what Sita is talking about, or what I'm trying to sort of say, is it's a lifestyle goal. You know, that's the difference, isn't it? Like doing things, investing, good food as well. Like the 80% you're investing in yourself, and you still need to do the exercise because it's good for you.
But the recommended exercise is 30 minutes brisk walking. How many times a week? 5 times a week, I think it is.
No, Sita, I've taken time to look. It's 15 minutes, Sita. 15.
Come on, you can do more than that.
So I do more than that. However, on days that I'm unable to go out, I do comfort myself and say, okay, Faith, 15 minutes, put on, one of these guys and just crack on with it or something. But I really don't like doing it, honestly speaking. And I think I speak for many when I say we do it because Okay, so the benefits are there. For example, when I finish doing exercise, whatever, I've got more energy. You know, I'm able to sleep better because my body is going.
Oh my God, you even know all those benefits, eh?
I can tell you.
But she's still waiting for someone to come and get her out. Yeah, but no, I can relate with what you're saying, Faye. And I just think honestly, it's in that word. Once people hear exercise, people don't want to do it.
But the truth is, it's not for everyone. Just like Faith says, you know, it's not for everyone. As I think the most important thing is, as long as you're happy, isn't it? As you know, as long as you're happy in what you're doing.
Sita, I actually think that it's for everybody. I think it's mandatory. It's like eating food. It's and as much as saying no, eating food is not for everybody, but we need it. And it's the same thing with movement and with exercise. We need it in whatever form or shape you like. Come on, you can like dancing, you can like walking. I'm sure you can clean the house, you know, all the other forms of things. So I think, Sita, we shouldn't say that it's not for everyone. I think we should. I think we should definitely say it's for everybody.
Do you know that some people, I think that was also another problem of mine, is the issue of sweating. I don't like sweating, you know.
Oh, what a diva.
Honestly.
You don't sweat, you sparkle.
That is so good.
Now you're teaching me at 40 odd that I sparkle.
That is so good. Yes. No, that is so good. So,
okay,
so
you don't sweat. And when you see or you look at your face, you think, oh my God, this looks good. You know, you don't look at yourself and think, oh, I'm sweating. No.
Say I'm sparkling.
I'm sparkling. But you can't teach an old dog new tricks. I know you think you can, but
that's not true.
But in terms of weight loss, Sita, what worked for you? What have you been like
in terms of weight loss, to be honest, like you, it's about, you know, lifestyle change. You know, it's about eating in everything in moderation, you know, and exercise, because the more I exercise, I know that the more I can eat, but it's about eating the right foods, you know, and that's why I like giving myself all these goals, because then I know, you know, if I exercise, then I don't get hungry. I eat as much as I can, but eating the right foods.
What are the right foods?
I track what I eat. You know, there's that app which is called My Fitness Pal. I've used that app for years and years. So I just put in what I'm eating, you know, how much carbohydrates am I eating, how much protein am I eating, how much fat am I eating, you know, and I don't deny myself of anything, but I just make sure I don't eat too much, you know, than I need to eat.
Yeah, I think that's a really big whole elephant there. Sita, when you say the right foods, like quickly, the right food can mean right for different people.
I know, but see, we all know we like sadza, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yes. So I don't know when I last ate sadza.
Really?
Yeah.
Also, like me, you know, Sita. However, I haven't eaten sadza because I'm on a diet. I'm
you see, but me, it's a lifestyle, because, you know, it's about choosing the right carbohydrates, you know, how much percent of vegetable in your plate, how much percent of protein, how much percent of carbohydrates.
I think again, the moment you start doing like carbohydrates, I love my bread. If I am going to have to diet and give up bread, then you've lost me.
Exactly.
I love my bread. I like my rice. I love my potatoes. Though now I can make other choices like sweet potatoes and things like that. But I think for me,
but
like,
it's the amount, isn't it?
It's the amount,
it's the amount that you're eating. That's what I'm saying. Yes, don't deny yourself, but eat the right, the right amounts.
Okay. So
and
what about
eat the right cup? Eat the right carbs. So if you're gonna eat bread, you're gonna eat white bread.
No, I'm a brown bread person. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. So that does work. Now here's my big weakness.
Right.
And then you can all tell me your other weaknesses. I have a very sweet tooth. I have to have something. Is that you as well? So let me just hear, first of all, your alternatives, or is it a big no? Would you be like, no, stay away totally from like sugar and things like that?
I eat ice cream. I'm a big fan of ice cream. I'm a big fan of ice cream, but I tell myself I only eat it on a weekend. I buy small tubs, those little tubs, and I eat it on a Friday night. On a Saturday night, it's a treat, and on a Sunday night, it's a treat.
Okay. Only on a Sunday night? Only on a Sunday night, so you're only getting
Saturday night.
Yeah.
Saturday night and Sunday night on a weekend.
Wow. Sister.
But now, see, because I'm doing this bodybuilding thing, I can't afford to eat so much. I've got a specific diet. Yes, and so you find, because I'm doing this specific, training,
you have a
and
goal
I have to stick to this specific, which I wouldn't if I wasn't doing. But in my normal life, those are the choices that I make. Because otherwise I would eat ice cream every day.
Is that your weakness?
For me, I've got a sweet tooth, but up to like only a certain percentage, but I don't really like it. I'm not necessarily too much. Okay, I'll have cakes, I'll bake cakes and whatever. But I can actually do without. It's not top of my list, like, for example, popcorn, and all the other sort of baddies. But like I said, for me, it's because I know I'm at a phase right now where I'm not eating them, and then I will eat them in excess later.
No.
Well, this is what the problem is, isn't it? And for me, admittedly, I've got a sweet tooth. I like sweets, I like chocolates. But obviously, that's where you have to make a lifestyle choice, isn't it? Like, do you want this? Is this good for you? Sometimes, life gets the better of us, and we are all humans. Yeah. The most important thing is to get up, when you fall, just realize, what, I'm sure there's always tomorrow. You can always make tomorrow better. That's how I think some absolutely do that. Yeah.
Some alternatives that I've started doing with the sweet tooth, like I've tried giving up sugar in my tea, and and that's been really, really quite hard still. Unless if I'm having a herbal tea, then I'm okay. But the moment I'm having my normal English tea with a little bit of milk, I just have to have sugar. So sometimes I'll have tea without sugar, but I have to be eating something with it. So it could either be a biscuit, or it could be like dates or dried cranberries. And
So you see, I'm not even that bad. I don't have sugar in my tea at all. Dieting or
well
not
dieting. Well done, Faye.
And then I have water. You remember someone introduced us to a Chinese what was that, philosophy or something about drinking
about how the Chinese drink water as the first thing in the morning.
1.5 liters of water every morning. So I drink a lot of water as well during the day. So I do various things for healthy, various little emphasis on little things.
Yeah, definitely drinking.
So maybe what you need to do is to track your food. Track what you're eating, and when you track it, you will see where you need to where you need to make changes.
I don't track my food. I've tried it because obviously some diets required me, and it made me depressed when I saw the list. My list was amazing. So I thought, and then at times I'd want to cheat the app, you know, into
cheat the app.
So I'll start skipping some of the things like chocolate. I would know I've had a full bar, but I would put maybe half a bar because I'm thinking, oh, this app cannot be looking the way it's looking. You know?
So you know already all the things that you need to correct then, in other words.
Yeah. I also like, Faye, what you said about you drinking a lot of water. Like, I mean, if we're talking about health, exercising, dieting, and all of that, I think it just doesn't have one dimension. Would you agree? There's all different dimensions to health. You're excellent at talking about self-care and like drinking water. What else do you girls do in terms of like well-being and
it's like
health and exercise?
Journey, isn't it? It's a personal story. I think it can't be ascribed to everybody. You know, it has to be a personal journey. Otherwise, you fall off, and because at times you only do it because you're being told or you're being asked or you're being tasked. But if it's personal to you, like Ruth, like you said, it clicked for you, you know, so that sort of worked. So yeah.
But also I think it depends on, what do you want? And like you're saying, Sandy, you're saying, how do you look after yourself? I mean, that's, that's it. And if you think about it, I don't know if you've been on my Instagram, you see that when we started lockdown, I like to dress up and don't get, honestly, when you see me dressed up, I'm not going anywhere. I'm literally sitting in my house.
Lovely.
I don't go anywhere. I'm literally sitting in my house, but just looking. The other day I was talking to my cousin and I was looking at photographs and I was thinking, oh my God, that looks really lovely. And she looked at me and she said, what are you looking at? And I said, I'm looking at myself.
Self-appreciation.
And she said, you're commenting on your photo. And I said, yes. And I
well
said,
done.
Yes.
Well done.
For me, that's looking after yourself. That's looking after your mental health. That's, we need to stop looking at other people, as you're saying, Faye, Faye, that, you don't have to be told what to do. The most important thing is, are you happy? That's the most important thing. Are you happy? So if you're doing everything that you're doing and you're dieting, 1 minute you're dieting, the next minute you're not, because you've been to that party, you've fitted into that dress. If that makes you happy, it's fine, because that's the most, and life is too short.
That is true. It's almost sounding like you've given Faith the license not to exercise. The way she's clapping, her hands there, I like that. Yeah. But that's so true about our health being multi-dimensional. There's like even the spiritual side of us, of ourselves. So not to just feed the one thing, you could be exercising and then you're not eating well. And you're not looking after your mental health. So that's really, really good. So what about this one big thing? So we're talking about all these things. Body shaming. Faye, I know you're very big on
I was actually just about to actually say that.
About this.
Come on to that. And just say, we're talking about, I mean, we're not body shaming, but we're talking about how it looks, that each to their own. I think, Sita, you've just come from saying that. When I was quite big and I would dress in my lovely attires and I would have friends say to me when I lost weight, oh, you look much better when you were big. You looked like a lovely African woman. And you were voluptuous and in other countries, as that is actually encouraged, for people to look big and, round, and that sort of suits them. But for me, body shaming, so I think what you said, Sita, they each to their own. If it makes you happy, then I think that's the bottom line. So
definitely. Because
so
I mean, like I was looking at some pictures. Sometimes I look at my pictures when I'm so big and then I think to myself, oh my God, Ruth, what were you doing to yourself? But then at the time I have to say there was a time when I was very happy with how I looked. I just appreciated who I was at the time, even though I know my husband would always say, Ruth, you need to lose weight or whatever. Do you know what I mean?
Ooh.
Like, and then I'm looking at him and I'm thinking, dude, I love the way I look,
Right.
you know? But, you know, I mean, like, it takes you yourself to do it. That's what I'm just trying to say. You know, nobody else is going to tell you to do something. You know, sometimes, like, for me, it was just not being healthy. I want to live to see my kids, or, you know, I want to be able to go up the stairs with no problem. I want to be able to fit into some nice clothes, you know. So I guess it depends, really.
Yeah, I think that's why it's important to not make it about size at the end of the day. It's not so much. This is where you end up seeing in like modeling schools. You see people achieving this whole size zero business, or you look at somebody and you say, "Oh, this is how a beautiful person looks like," and we're judging people from the outside. But just to make that point, you know, that even there's some people, and this like really hurts in a big way, and I feel the pain for people who are doing it to the book, you know, doing that 80%, 20% you were talking about, and they maybe don't look like that size 8, 10, 12, 14, whatever what sort of message are we giving out? What do you say? Because there's the genes that come into play for some people who do all that exercise, they don't achieve that.
It's a personal journey, isn't it, for everybody? Yeah. And I think it's important for us to appreciate each other the way we are. You know, but, you know, if you start to see something, I mean, like, I don't know if you guys have been to a GP and you said your joints are aching or whatever, and the first thing they'll tell you is to lose weight, you know. And if somebody comes to you and they say, oh, Ruth, you've lost weight, and you know, I'm really willing to share that, you know, with people and say, come on, you know, this is what you've got to do. You got to run, you got to walk, you got to, you know, eat less carbs, or, you know, just change your lifestyle.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it's a personal journey, isn't it? And then I think we just need to learn to appreciate each person as they are, you know.
Everything in moderation, I think.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely.
So also, Sita, go on, Sita, jump onto this one, please. Yeah.
So no, I was just saying, yes. I mean, it's everything in moderation. It's and you know.
But yours is extreme, Sita. Honestly,
it's not extreme.
But it's not extreme to me. It's not extreme. To me, I enjoy it. I get the buzz out of it, you know, and so that's why I do it. Honestly, I do enjoy it. But there are times when I wake up in the morning and I'm thinking, oh my God, I've got to go for a run. Honestly, I can't be. And then I get up like yesterday, you know, we went for, you know, and I like it when I go for a run at work. So I went for a run at work yesterday in the morning, first thing in the morning. It was cold. It was
freezing.
Freezing cold. As soon as I got out, and I thought, oh, really? Do I really have to do this? But when I came back, I really felt good, you know, and that feeling good lasted the whole day.
Nice.
And, you know, it lasted because I really felt good about myself because I had braved the cold and I'd gone out and I'd done the run. So for me, that's where I get I now know the feeling. After feeling, they call it, isn't it? The after feeling, I now know, and that's what I enjoy. But as you're saying, it's not for everyone.
I mean, the government does try, don't they? Have you checked or seen rather most foods nowadays in supermarkets? They've got the back of them where they give you the value content, for example, the calories, the carbohydrates, and then they have the traffic light system. I don't know if that's something that people look at. Personally, I don't even look at it. Usually I'll look at it after consuming. And then I think, oh, maybe I should have looked at the back of this packet or whatever, you know. But I mean, you know, there's so much help, isn't there, out there to sort of help people to live a healthy lifestyle. Maybe let's put it that way.
Yeah. I think that's the message at the end of the day. Like we were saying, it's a personal journey. Let's not greet people by saying, hey, you've put on weight. Let that not be the first reaction.
We're coming out of lockdown. How many times are we going to hear that?
Oh, wow.
Well, you'll be surprised. A lot of people have been doing a lot of walking, haven't they?
Yeah.
And
in the first lockdown, I think that's when the streets were quite congested. Now, in the second lockdown, it was pretty empty. I think people got tired of it.
But Faith, you've been walking a lot, haven't you?
Because I have to keep up with you, Ruth. So I have to. I'm competitive. So each time you put that you've walked 30 kilometers, I think, okay, I'm going to go out there and walk 35. So, but
that's all right. If you're that competitive, then keep doing what you're doing.
Yes, I will. She challenges me sometimes, to be honest, but yeah, absolutely.
Sita, motivate us out. What are your goals? I know you've talked about the boxing that's coming up, and then you've talked about the marathon as well.
Yes. So this time I'm doing bodybuilding. I mean, for me, honestly, the motivator is I just want to put on a dress and look at myself and think, God, I look good. That's my motivation. But also there's the health bit, isn't it? Because I know the importance of health. I don't want to grow old and not be able to do things. But, you know, and there's a lot to, you know, I mean, it's a big topic, you know.
Totally.
There's menopause. It hit me hard, menopause. You know, I couldn't sleep. And that's when I thought to myself, oh, you know, pre-menopause, I thought to myself, I've got to do something. Sorry?
Did the exercise help with the menopause, the pre-menopause?
Yeah, because I couldn't sleep. So if I exercise, then, you know, I would feel tired and then I would be able to sleep. You know, it's in the mind, isn't it? To be honest, most of the things do you believe, and do you enjoy it? You know,
that's it.
That's it. You know, what works for me might not work for you. But the most important thing is, I think we just need to accept that life is too short. You do what you enjoy. Everybody knows the right thing to do. Even Faith knows the right thing to do.
She's so,
you know, but you have to enjoy what you're doing, because as we're saying, you know, life is too short.
Yeah,
that's it.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I don't know if anyone is burning to say anything, but Real Housewife of Stevenage, I love the fact that you have sizes 8 to 20 in your wardrobe. I don't know if that's a good thing.
It shows me a normal. That just shows me that what I'm also doing is normal, because I'm the same sizes.
That's awesome. So yeah, I mean, it's a personal journey. We're all growing into it. Every day we're learning something new, and every day is a good chance to start again. You can always begin today, begin where you are, regardless of age or whatever you might think you're looking like. So yeah, please do subscribe onto our channel. It's been lovely to just sit and chat, and
sorry, Sandra,
so look forward.
You asked Sita, what is she doing? Would you like to know what I'm doing?
Go on, Faye. What are you doing?
So like Ruth said, I'm doing bunting, and I've gone, so I mean, I'm following the bunting, which is like the keto diet, which is the no carbs and high fat. So you get to eat all your lovely things like your bacon, you get to eat fried eggs, you get to eat, but you know, all your proteins. And then I go out for a walk, you know, and I lose weight, I drink water. If I feel like crickety crick, you know, take a couple of vitamins, and, you know, living longer as well.
Okay. We're not recommending bunting. We're not banting it either, but yeah, that's Faith's personal journey.
Absolutely, with results, quick. I'm bad,
You're terrible. It's been awesome, ladies, and yeah, we'll
thank
speak to you soon again.
And thank you, Sita, for coming.
Thank you very much for the invite. Thank you so much for the invite. Ruth, we need to catch up and go for walks together.
Oh yeah, definitely.
we must actually challenge each other.
Maybe you must just say, let's meet halfway. You come from Stevenage, I come from Luton.
Yes, yeah. I think you're right. We should.
That would be like proper extreme, but yeah, definitely.
Thank you, ladies. Thank you.
All right.
Ladies, take care.
Take care. Bye.
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 Bye.